Hi, I'm Darren.
I'm Shelley. We've chosen early retirement and a life of freedom, adventure and the unknown.
So for the next few years, we're going to be travelling around our beautiful country of New Zealand in our caravan, and then at a later stage, some more overseas travel.
So subscribe and come along with us as we embark on our next adventure.
Thanks very much for all the new subscribers that we've been getting lately. It's a great help to our channel, so thanks very much, and to all our existing subscribers. Yeah, awesome. Thanks a lot for the support.
Brilliant.
Guys. If you are watching this and you haven't signed up to the channel, please do so, and if you hit the little bell icon, then you'll get notified of any new videos that we put out as well. So
and we also have a Facebook and an Instagram account. You can find us at Vagabond Life, and there are a few Vagabond Lives on Facebook, so you just need to look for our symbol, and I can put some links to that down in the description too.
So we came back from the South Island. I'll start that again. So we just thought we'd do a quick video on where we are at the moment and what's sort of happening and what we're doing. So we came back from the South Island a month earlier than we sort of planned to. I had a bit of a health issue which I need to get sorted out, so I've got an appointment with the doctor on Monday, so hopefully he can shed a bit of light on that. But yeah, it was actually an opportune time to come back because you were able to go over with your dad to his appointment with the cancer specialist too, so so that was really good.
It was
able to go over and have a talk to them and find out what's going on there. So we're currently staying at the Wakatani motor camp. We're back in Wakatani again. It's actually a really nice camp, this. It's
brilliant. It's
so close to town. There's a walkway and cycleway like right next to it on the stop bank just out here. So you can cycle right the way along to the Wakatani bridge and further along. It goes right down the river, or you can go this way and go right back past town, right the way down to the heads where all the boats go out, and it's really nice, eh?
It is really nice.
So we've been making the most of that and going for heaps of walks and taking Rewa for walks along there of an evening and stuff. It's been great.
And they're a camp saver camp too, so if you're an NZMCA member during the camp saver times, and I don't think it's peak time, but at the moment we're still in the beginning of October, it's still camp saver time, so that's $22 a night opposed to $44 a night, so it's a really good saving. And they also have free showers.
And believe me, the showers are awesome.
They are really powerful, nice and warm and hot. No having to push buttons, no having to put coins in. It's brilliant.
So if you've been on the road for a while like us and you want a really nice, hot, powerful shower that you can stand in for ages without having to turn it off to save water, these are awesome. Really good. But also the site we're on here has a dump station and tap just at the back of the caravan, so
for your grey water.
For the grey water, so we're able to pipe the caravan straight in to grey water and to the tap water, so the pressure and everything in the caravan's really good at the moment too, and we're not having to worry about saving water in here either, because it just comes in and goes straight out again, without having to empty tanks and stuff, so it's really nice.
And the staff are really super friendly and really helpful, so has washers and dryers here, The washer is $4, but it's a token, so you just go and exchange $4 for a token. And I think I'm not sure about the price of the dryers. I'm assuming
I think the dryers were coins, weren't they?
Well, maybe coins.
I think they're coins. Yeah.
Plus they have like 4 washing lines too. So yeah.
Yeah. And you'll probably see from, I'll slot a bit of video in, there's heaps of pet rabbits running around the place here too, so if you've got young kids or something, they'll really enjoy that.
Yeah.
And if you have any biscuits, like a ginger nut or something like that, they'll actually come up and eat it out of your hand too.
Yeah.
They're super friendly.
Yeah.
So what was your favourite, now, like the trip we did down the South Island, if you haven't already seen it, you just have to look back to some of the videos. We've done quite a few videos of our South Island trip. So we went basically just down the east coast, down as far as Oamaru, and then we came up, we were going to go through to Hamner Springs and then up the west coast, but there was some really bad weather. It was blowing 90km/h winds, and it was going to be wet and rainy, so we just came back up to Blenheim and then went across to Nelson and Takaka, and then we got the call that, hey, we had to come home to see the doctor. So yeah, so but anyway, favourite part
of the places that we got to see, and obviously we've been down the South Island before. We have already been down the west coast, but we didn't get up as far as Caravan, and we certainly haven't seen all of the bottom of the South Island, so Invercargill, Bluff, etc. So we've still got plenty more to see.
Oh yeah, there'll be heaps more trips down there.
Yeah, but of this trip, initially we fell in love with Rangiora. We went to visit a friend of Darren's, Liz. Hi Liz.
Hi Liz.
And really loved Rangiora.
Yeah, it's got a nice main street and that.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's just very, very picturesque, and the trees at night have all got like fairy lights in them, so it's just really pretty.
Yeah, it is
little
nice.
Shopping area. And then we went on to Timaru. I'd have to say Timaru has got to be my favourite. It's just got so much going for it. There's plenty of areas that you can walk and cycle.
Yeah.
It's got a swimmable beach, especially for children. If you've got
At Caroline Bay,
you've got young children. It's quite shallow, so it's not like lots of waves and that, which is really brilliant. Some great, there's an aviary down around there and little kiddies paddling pool. There's just so much going on for Timaru. A really beautiful shopping area, lots of great restaurants. I mean, obviously we went to the Spates Ale House.
beautiful old building, eh?
Which we did a video of when we were in Timaru. And it's got the Levels Raceway, which is out at the suburb area of Levels, and it's an international motor raceway, and we quite like motorsport, so that'd be great for us.
I reckon it's a real bonus.
And beautiful architecture, the beautiful old buildings around there. I just really fell in love with Timaru, and the people are just so friendly and so helpful. So I'd have to say that's my favourite.
Yeah, I'd tend to agree. I really liked Timaru. We were there for a month basically, because we stayed there a week and then lockdown hit, so we stayed on another 3 weeks. And then carried on further south to Oamaru, but
and that was probably a good opportunity for us to have a really good look around.
Yeah.
Although we couldn't really go out that much during that time. It was really just, groceries and to the dump station. But prior to that, we'd had a good look around Timaru, so we were kind of familiar with it and knew, what was there. So, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'd say Timaru. I also really like, when we first crossed over, we stayed in Picton for one night. No, a couple of nights we
Couple
stayed
of
on
nights,
Picton on the
yep.
way over, and I really like Picton. It's beautiful. There's heaps of eateries and cafes and bits and pieces. Beautiful old pub, and the down by the waterfront there is just absolutely stunning. And there's a walkway you can do up. If there's a bridge that crosses over by the marina, big arched bridge, and you cross over that walk bridge, and there's a track which goes up through the bush, and it overlooks the ferries and looks down into the sounds, and it's just absolutely stunning. So
yeah, I liked Picton. I just don't know that I could possibly live there.
oh, I could. Yeah, I love it.
I just don't think there'd be enough to really.
But there's only
engage
and
me,
I mean it's only 20 odd kilometres from Blenheim too, so
true.
it's not very far. Yeah. But yeah, so there'll be heaps more South Island trips coming up. I think our next trip we'll do. We'll go down to sort of Blenheim way, and then we'll cross over and go through St Anord and Murchison, and is it Murchison?
Yep.
Yeah, and then to the west coast. We'll do Karamea, and then we'll go down the west coast, and then hopefully through the pass to Hamner. But we'll see how things go. We've got a few North Island trips planned for next year. A few fishing trips and what have you. Yeah, so that'll be fun. So what else have we got on our list to cover? We're possibly looking at getting a couple of, like at the moment I've got my e-bike on the front of the Caravan here, and we sold Shelley's bike wasn't long before we left it for our South Island trip. It wasn't a very good bike, and because we've got Reba with us, our dog, it makes it a bit difficult for us both to go cycling and stuff like that. So we decided, look, it's an opportune time to sell it, and we'll look at getting something a little bit better. So we've been looking at different e-bikes, and we're thinking that we'll probably get a couple of foldable e-bikes, and I'll sell my one, because it's really hard when you've got different bikes to get them with the same battery capacity and same motor and all that sort of stuff. So what happens is that you go for a cycle, and one of you, the battery starts to run out, or one of you
lags behind
because that motor's a different size or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we'll do. We'll get rid of mine. We'll get a couple of foldable ones, and then it would give us the option of either still putting both of them on the front of the Caravan, or folding them up and putting them in the back of the ute. So that's sort of the plan at the moment. What we are going to do is, our tenant in our house is moving out in mid-November, so we're going to move back in home, and it means that we'll be around for your dad's 90th birthday.
Yeah.
And also, because we want to spend a bit of time with family and stuff over Christmas, it's a bit hard to do in the Wakatani area. There's no NZMCA camp here. There's one park over property, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, like having a dog makes it a little bit harder, because you can't come into motor camps like this with a dog over that peak season. So it just makes sense for us, probably. I mean, if we were still moving around, it would be fine, because we just go from NZMCA camp to NZMCA camp. It would be absolutely fine. But because we want to stay in the one place generally over that
Christmas New Year
over
period,
that period, it's just easier to move back in at home, and then we can get in and do some gardening and all that sort of domestic stuff that you miss.
and realistically, when we built the property, we built it as a lock up and leave, so I can put a link to that first video which describes or shows our house and everything in the description if any of you haven't seen it. So
yeah, that'd be a good idea.
we built it as a lock up and leave, and we never really had that opportunity because we were both working, and then since we kind of like left to go down and do our South Island trip, we've obviously been touring around the South Island, but we thought, well, this is an opportune time, that's what we did it for, you know, so that we can come and go. We might sort of head off for, you know, 2 or 3 weeks or a month, and then we can come back for a couple of weeks, and then we can head off again, and it's perfectly designed for that very thing. So
yeah. So no, I mean, it'll be good to move back in. There's a few little maintenance jobs I just want to do on the Caravan. I want to get that water tank fixed. So it'll be nice to put the Caravan back in the shed, jack it up in the air, get underneath it and pop that tank out and figure out what we're going to do there. Yeah, so that's sort of where we're at the moment. I think once I get this doctor's appointment out of the way, then we can decide. We might do a few short trips away, maybe back to Rotorua to walk in the redwoods, or do some cycling somewhere or something. So yeah, we'll still be travelling around, but we might just be sort of going away, you know, for a week and coming back here for a week, or you know, along those sort of lines. So until after Christmas, and then we'll probably do a fairly big Coromandel trip or something. Go away for a month up at Coromandel or something like that, and do a bit of fishing and kayaking, and show you a few spots up that way. And then maybe winter next year we might head north instead, go up to Northland, up the Bay of Islands somewhere. So we'll show you up that neck of the woods as well. But yeah, that's a long way off, so we're not quite sure what plans are at the moment. So yeah, so anyway, thanks very much for the new subscribers, and sticking around and watching this video. And yeah, hopefully we can show you a lot more of New Zealand still to come. But until then, we will catch you in the next one.
Bye.
See ya.